So as we mentioned, today's hearing focused on Allen's current mental and physical state and the motion to have him moved to another prison. Bob Motta is a defense attorney and host of the podcast Defense Diaries, and he joins us now live. Bob, thank you so much for being here. We'd like to start with the prosecutor saying that Allen had confessed to the murders of Abby and Libby 5 or 6 times. So how did the defense respond to that?
They immediately stood up and asked for a sidebar. Basically what was going on is that they had the warden of Westville Penitentiary, where he is currently being housed, on the stand. And during the course of the questioning, the prosecutor said, look, we know that he's made 5 or 6 confessions to the murders of the girls. And at that point, defense counsel Rizzi stood up and asked for a sidebar. They went up for about 3 minutes. They came back and there was no further discussion. The only other thing that was mentioned was a question that was asked by the state about letters that Richard Allen had written to the warden. So the inference, I think, may be that he confessed in writing to the warden. Now, that's a bit of inference on my part, but that was the follow-up question right after he mentioned the fact that there had been 5 to 6 confessions while in custody.
Wow. And we know you just came from the courtroom. We really appreciate this up-to-the-minute report. You got to see Richard Allen in person. Did you notice anything different about him?
He is completely emaciated. I've been in there for the last 3 appearances, and he looked like he had lost about 40 pounds. And moreover, and more disturbing, was the fact that his eyes just looked vacant. He did not look right. I fully anticipate there's going to be a challenge to his competency imminently. He looked off. Like, he walked right by me on multiple occasions, and you can just see it in his eyes. I've had a case in Omaha where I defended a man named Anthony Garcia, and it was the same look he had. And I learned after the fact that they had been tranquilizing my client every time they were bringing him into the courtroom. And this, I'm not implying that's what they're doing, but there's something off with them.
Wow. Can you give us a sense of the atmosphere? How busy was it? Were there family members inside?
Yeah, it was packed. So the right side was for the press and the media, and the left side of the courtroom was exclusively for family members, loved ones, and friends of both Libby and Abby.
So we did not get to hear about the ballistic evidence. Do we know what's next with that aspect of this case?
So the way that the judge put it, and she addressed it early on in the hearing before we got to the issue of his current incarceration, she said that they wanted the defense to file what they call a notice of a Franks hearing. Now, a Franks hearing is where they're challenging a search warrant, saying that law enforcement lied in order to get the warrant. So she asked for that to be noticed up in order for that to move forward. So I don't know if that's going to be connected. I was obviously disappointed. I was anticipating that motion to suppress was going to go forward today. And with respect to your little piece that you had done there, I just want to point out that this was an unspent casing. This wasn't a casing that was shot through a barrel. So the tool markings, they're attacking the ballistics as it was and how it's been for the past few decades. This is even like more infrequently used, and I don't know that there's ever been a conviction based on a casing that's been ejected from the weapon and not fired through the weapon. So that's what they're going to be attacking. It was interesting that the judge did ask for that Franks hearing notice, because that makes me believe that is somehow related to the fact that they're going to have this hearing, and she wants that Franks hearing notice filed. And I can tell you they did not set a date for that hearing at the end. She reset the trial date from January, it's set for now January 8th through the 24th, with jury selection to happen the 8th through, they believe, the 11th or 12th, for like 3 or 4 days, potentially.
Right. Well, we know you'll be following it closely. We really appreciate you popping in for the show. Bob Motta.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.